Your Ford might be sitting in your driveway right now with an active safety recall, and you do not even know it. Ford has recalled nearly 10 million vehicles just in the first few months of 2026 alone, and that is on top of the almost 13 million recalled last year. I have been a Ford technician for over 15 years, and I am seeing owners come in every single week completely unaware that their truck or SUV has critical safety defects. They see warning signs that something is wrong with the vehicle, symptoms they have been living with for months, sometimes years, and never once thought to check whether a recall was behind it. Today, I am showing you 7 hidden signs that your Ford might be part of these massive recalls. Sign number 3 has already caused confirmed crashes. Sign number 1 is affecting over 4 million vehicles, and most owners have no idea it is happening. Pay close attention because these signs could save your life. Let's start with sign number 7. This one many Ford owners dismiss as normal wear and tear. Your windshield wipers are chattering, skipping, or wiping unevenly. If you own a 2020 through 2022 Explorer, Escape, Lincoln Aviator, or Lincoln Corsair, Ford recalled over 600,000 of these vehicles in March 2026 because the windshield wiper motor can fail completely and stop the wipers from operating. That is not just a nuisance. It is a complete loss of visibility in a rainstorm at highway speed. Ford identified over 1,300 warranty claims related to this specific motor failure before issuing the recall. The wiper motor simply stops working, sometimes intermittently at first, then permanently. A separate recall covers over 422,000 Ford Expeditions, Lincoln Navigators, and Super Duty trucks from the 2021 through 2023 model years for wiper arms that can actually break off the vehicle. The retention plate inside the wiper arm head was not properly manufactured, and the splines that connect the arm to the wiper motor shaft were out of specification. What happens is the wiper arm starts slipping first, giving you that streaky, incomplete wipe pattern that most people just attribute to old wiper blades. They buy new blades, install them, and the problem persists. If new wiper blades do not fix uneven wiping, the problem is not the blade, it is the arm. In some cases, the wiper arm can physically detach from the vehicle while you are driving. Imagine that happening in a downpour on the highway. Ford is replacing both wiper arms free of charge for affected vehicles, and for the motor recall dealers will inspect and replace the front wiper motors at no cost. If your wipers have been acting strange, do not just replace the blades and hope for the best. Check your VIN on the NHTSA website at nhtsa.gov/recalls or call Ford directly at 1-866-436-7332. This is a free fix that could prevent a very dangerous situation. Sign number 6 is something you might feel before you see it. If you drive a Ford Explorer from 2017 to 2019 and you have noticed a clunking noise coming from the rear of the vehicle, or your steering feels loose and vague, especially when changing lanes or going over bumps, your rear suspension toe links may be fracturing. Ford recalled nearly 413,000 Explorers in February 2026 for exactly this problem. The rear toe links help keep the rear wheels properly aligned and stable. When one fractures, you lose steering control, not partially, you lose it. The rear of the vehicle can shift unpredictably and at highway speeds that can lead to a crash. Ford has acknowledged 2 accidents related to this defect. The root cause traces back to the cross-axis ball joints in the rear suspension corroding, especially in northern states and areas where road salt is heavily used. When those ball joints seize from corrosion, they place enormous stress on the toe links, and eventually the welds give out. This is not the first time Ford has dealt with this exact problem. They recalled over 630,000 Explorers back in 2021 for the same issue on 2013 through 2017 models. Now they are back again with a new recall because the problem extended into 2018 and 2019 models that were not covered before. If you own a 2017 through 2019 Explorer, particularly if you live in the Rust Belt or any area with harsh winters and salted roads, inspect your rear suspension immediately. Look underneath the rear of the vehicle at the toe links that connect the rear wheel knuckles to the subframe. Any visible cracking, rust-colored dust around the welds or play in the ball joints means you need to get to a dealer now. Ford has developed stronger replacement toe links that are more resistant to stress if the ball joint seizes. The repair is completely free under this recall. Do not wait on this one. A fractured toe link at 60 miles per hour gives you almost zero chance to correct the vehicle before it leaves your lane. Sign number 5 is newer, and it affects vehicles that are still practically brand new. If you own a 2024 through 2026 Ford Bronco or Ford Ranger, and your front seat feels loose, clicks when you shift your weight, or does not hold its height adjustment position, you may be part of the recall for nearly 180,000 vehicles announced in May 2026. The front seat height adjust pivot bolts in these vehicles can loosen and eventually fall out of the pivot joints entirely. This happened because a supplier ran a torque check on the bolts before the adhesive patch on the fastener had fully cured. That seemingly minor quality control error disrupted the bonding process, and now those bolts can work themselves free over time through normal driving vibration. Ford has received 60 warranty claims and 1 field report across 59 unique vehicles. But the affected population is massive because the supplier's process error impacted all vehicles built during a specific production window. This is so critical because during a crash, the seat structure is a critical safety component. It holds you in position relative to your seatbelt and airbag. If the height adjust pivot bolts have dislodged, the seat frame will not maintain its structural integrity during a collision. Your seatbelt restraint geometry changes, and the airbag may deploy against a body that is not positioned where the system expects it to be. Dealers will remove both front seats, inspect the pivot bolts, and replace any that fail inspection at no charge. If you are enjoying this information, go ahead and smash that subscribe button and hit the bell icon, because the next signs we are covering are even more serious and affect millions more vehicles. Sign number 4 involves your backup camera and touchscreen. If you own a 2021 through 2026 Ford Bronco and your rearview camera image has gone black unexpectedly, or your center touchscreen has frozen, reset itself, or gone blank while driving, this is not a random electronics glitch. Ford recalled a large number of Broncos in March 2026 because the Accessory Protocol Interface Module, or APIM, can overheat and shut down. When the APIM fails, the rearview camera image disappears completely. You shift into reverse and see nothing, no guidelines, no image, just a black screen. The APIM also controls other functions tied to the center display, so when it overheats and shuts down, you can lose navigation, climate controls shown on the screen, and other driver assistance features at the same time. Many owners experience this intermittently at first. The screen goes black for a few seconds, then comes back. They assume it is a software hiccup and ignore it. But the overheating problem gets progressively worse over time, especially during hot weather, or when the vehicle has been running for extended periods. Ford is addressing this with a software update that can be performed at the dealer or delivered over the air. If your Bronco's screen has been acting erratic, particularly the rear view camera cutting out during reverse, check your VIN immediately. Driving without a functioning rear view camera, especially in a vehicle as large as a Bronco with significant blind spots, is a serious safety concern. Sign number 3 is one of the most terrifying defects I have seen in my career, and it affects nearly 1.4 million trucks. If you own a 2015 through 2017 Ford F-150 with the 6-speed automatic 6R80 transmission, and you have ever felt your truck suddenly jerk, shudder, or lurch while driving at highway speed, your transmission may be capable of unexpectedly dropping from 6th gear all the way down to 2nd gear without warning. Ford announced this recall in April 2026 after a federal investigation that started back in late 2024. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration has confirmed at least 2 injuries and 1 crash linked directly to this defect. Here is what is happening mechanically. The electrical connections in the transmission lead frame degrade over time from heat cycling and vibration. When those connections deteriorate, the powertrain control module, PCM, receives an incorrect signal from the transmission range sensor, TRS. The PCM interprets this faulty signal as a gear selection change and commands the transmission to downshift. The worst-case scenario is a jump from 6th gear to 2nd while you are cruising at 65 miles per hour. Your rear wheels suddenly decelerate to match 2nd gear speed while your truck is still carrying forward momentum at highway velocity. The rear tires can break traction and slide. If you are on a wet road or towing a trailer, the consequences can be catastrophic. The warning signs are not always dramatic. You might notice a wrench light or a check engine light illuminating occasionally on your dashboard. You might feel a slight hesitation during normal shifting that seems to come and go. Some owners report a brief shudder when the transmission changes gears under light acceleration. These subtle symptoms are the early stages of lead frame degradation. Ford estimates 1% of the 1.4 million affected trucks are actively exhibiting the defect right now, which means roughly 14,000 trucks on the road today could experience an unexpected downshift at any moment. The fix involves a powertrain control module software recalibration. If diagnostic trouble codes related to transmission range, sensor signal issues are already present, the dealer will replace the transmission lead frame under an extended warranty program at no cost. Interim notification letters started going out at the end of April 2026, with full remedy letters expected in July. Do not wait for the letter. Check your VIN now. Sign number 2 involves an issue that could leave you stranded or in a dangerous situation when you need engine power most. If your Ford has experienced sudden unexplained loss of engine power while driving, particularly models equipped with certain EcoBoost and diesel engines, your exhaust gas recirculation valve may be failing. Ford issued a recall in early 2026 covering multiple models for exhaust gas recirculation valves that can fail and cause a complete loss of drive power without warning. Imagine merging onto a highway on-ramp, accelerating to match traffic speed, and your engine simply stops producing power. You are now rolling at 30 miles per hour into 70 miles per hour traffic with no ability to accelerate. The exhaust gas recirculation valve recirculates a portion of exhaust gases back into the combustion chamber to reduce emissions and combustion temperatures. When the valve fails, the engine management system cannot maintain proper combustion parameters, and the powertrain control module may limit or cut engine power entirely as a protective measure. The symptoms leading up to a complete failure often start subtle. You might notice a slight reduction in throttle response, or the engine might hesitate for a split second during hard acceleration. Some vehicles throw a check engine light intermittently that clears itself after restarting the vehicle. Others experience rough idling that comes and goes. As of this recording, Ford is still developing the final remedy for this recall. Interim letters have gone out to notify owners of the safety risk, with a full fix anticipated around September 2026. If your vehicle has shown any of these power loss symptoms, take it to your dealer immediately. Even without the final recall repair available, they can inspect the exhaust gas recirculation valve and determine if yours is showing early signs of failure. Driving a vehicle that could lose power without warning is simply not worth the risk. Sign number 1 is the biggest recall sign of them all, and it affects more than 4.3 million Ford vehicles. If you tow a trailer with your Ford, and you have ever noticed your trailer brake lights acting strangely, your turn signals not syncing with the trailer, or a message on your dashboard reading trailer brake module fault, your vehicle almost certainly needs the recall software update that Ford is rolling out right now. This recall covers from 2021 to 2026 F-150s, from 2022 to 2026 Super Duty trucks, Expeditions, Mavericks, Lincoln Navigators, and from 2024 to 2026 Rangers. Over 2.3 million F-150s alone are included in this single recall. If you tow, pay attention to the trailer lights and signals. The integrated trailer module in these vehicles has a software vulnerability that can cause it to lose communication with the vehicle computer system. When this happens, the module powers on but cannot talk to the truck. Your trailer brake lights can go dark, your turn signals can stop transmitting to the trailer, and in some configurations, your trailer brakes can stop functioning entirely. Imagine towing thousands of pounds down the highway and the vehicle behind you has no idea you are braking or turning because the trailer lights are dead. Depending on your setup, you may have no trailer brakes helping to slow that load. The defect is a software problem. It involves a race condition between the trailer module and the vehicle communication system during startup. It can happen anytime the vehicle wakes from sleep mode, which is every time you start your truck. Ford estimates about 1% of affected vehicles exhibit the fault. But with 4.3 million vehicles in the recall population, that is over 43,000 trucks and SUVs that could lose trailer lighting and braking at any time. Ford identified the software anomaly in October 2025, and NHTSA pushed the recall forward when they determined that loss of trailer lighting constituted a federal safety standard violation. The fix is a software update to the integrated trailer module, which Ford is deploying through over-the-air updates starting in May 2026. You can also visit any Ford or Lincoln dealer for the update at no charge. Here is what you should do right now. Do not assume you are not affected just because you never received a letter in the mail. Ford has issued 34 recalls so far in 2026 alone, and dealer notifications and owner letters can take weeks or months to reach everyone. The fastest way to check is to go to nhtsa.gov/recalls and enter your 17-digit VIN. Every recall associated with your vehicle will appear instantly. You can also use ford.com/support/recalls. If any recall shows up as open and unremedied, schedule a dealer appointment immediately. Every recall repair is performed at no cost to you. Ford is also available by phone at 1-866-436-7332. If you have questions about specific recalls or need help locating your VIN, these are not cosmetic issues or minor inconveniences. These are defects that can cause crashes, injuries, loss of steering, loss of braking, and loss of engine power. In 2025, Ford broke its own recall record with 153 recalls affecting nearly 13 million vehicles, and 2026 is on pace to be even worse. Almost every Ford model built since 2020 has been subject to at least one recall. Your truck is very likely on one of these lists. Take 5 minutes today and check. If you found this information valuable, hit that subscribe button, tap the bell icon, and drop a comment below telling me which recall sign you have been noticing on your vehicle. Share this video with every Ford owner you know, because most of them have no idea their vehicle is affected. I will see you in the next one.